The Vatican says that they don't pay any attention to the Old Testament anymore. They don't use that anymore. Yeah? Why? There's loads of stuff in the Old Testament that was prophecy, history that hasn't happened yet. They're hiding something. In the book of Daniel 12, at that time Michael the great prince, who protects your children, who stands up for the children. And it says here, Michael is the archangel in Judaism, Christianity and Islam. In Roman Catholic Eastern, Michael is mentioned 3 times in the book of Daniel, the 2 of the Danan, once as a great prince who stands up for the children. The vision identifies Michael as the protector of Israel and the prince of first rank. Yeah, and then it says here, dwell deep, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. Yeah. Now, every day when I sit down and I contemplate law, God's law, something else pops into my head. That why would you tell the people who you're supposed to be teaching Christianity to not to pay any attention to the Old Testament anymore, when the Old Testament has loads of prophecies that haven't come to be yet? For instance, in the Old Testament, the Lord says He will raise up your banner. He will establish you upon a rock, high above your enemies all around. You know? And love of law. You must contemplate the law of the Lord. And He also says a great angel will come from heaven with a rainbow and the clouds around him. And He will stand on the earthen wheel. Yeah. You wouldn't know any of that if you didn't read the Old Testament. So who's deceiving the teacher? Who's deceiving the children? Not I. Not one such as I. And what does it say? That I will bring the calamity of Esau upon them. There's loads of stuff in the Old Testament. Do you know what I mean? The Old Testament gives instructions of how a family unit is supposed to behave. The destruction of the family unit has been in full swing in Galatia since the Byzantine Empire and his Viking, the Danan Horse, came to destroy Galatia and drive my people back until they were almost never. There was none of them left nearly. They went from 8.5 million down to 3 million, now they're up to 4 million, but they've been stuck at 1 million. So 1 million foreigners in Ireland. So that means for every 1 Irish, there's 4 foreigners. And they're all the Danan mates, a lot of them. So first of all, they done a pincer movement against the Saxon kings in Britain. They sent in the Vikings, so the Saxon king fought the Vikings and defeated them, but when he came back down after 2 battles, they just barely lost against the Norsemen, who were Vikings, who stole a part of France, my ancestor's kingdom. My ancestor was the king of the Franks, my other ancestor was the emperor of Galatia, Brian Boru, and before him Callahan the emperor, another O'Neill the emperor of the Gaels, the holder of the harp on the Crown Corporation and the Stone of Destiny, which was given to my ancestors to bring up. Moses sent us up there to fight the serpent race of the Danan and to pacify them as well, using Brehon law, the mother's law. You must uphold the mother's law. She will honour you, she will preserve you. Yeah. So what they done is and the wolf will lay down with the lamb. There's the harp. You can see that exact same harp outside the gates of Buckingham Palace in the left hand corner, the cornerstone, the foundation stone of the British Empire. the symbol of the British part of the Crown Corporation. So why do they? There's loads of stuff. There's so much stuff that you could learn from the Old Testament. Why would you pick up the New Testament if you don't know how to read the Old Testament? What would be the point? It's like giving someone a pump and a connection to pump the wheel of a bike up, and they only stick the connection on. They don't put the pump on it. It doesn't work properly. You have to put the connection on and then use the pump. So if you want to fill yourself up with the knowledge and wisdom of the Most High, you have to use the Old Testament and the New Testament. You don't forget about the New Testament. You don't listen to doctrine. You read the Bible. You get it in your heart how God speaks and what He's trying to say, and then you can have a conversation with Him. One-on-one conversation, a personal relationship. Here we go, look. The Dan and Tema and Buzz and all who have corners of their beards cut off, flee away, turn back, dwell in the depths, O inhabitants of the Dan. Now you would have never known, if you never read the Old Testament, I'd have never known that. Would have listened to them priests, and I'd have never known that Temple Bar was named after the Canaanite god of child sacrifice, Baal. Valhalla, the Baals, Molech, and then I would have never known that the Irish government were allowing people, that's the O'Neill's fault up the north, were allowing people to be used in ritualistic satanic abuse in Merchant's Quay. The city of blood, Dublin is the city of blood in the Bible, I'm convinced of it. Because my ancestors fought for hundreds of years to stop the pagan Vikings bringing in child sacrifice and all of them things, and tens of thousands of my people died trying to stop the heathen swine. Tens of thousands of my people died trying to bring Christian teachings to the British and to the French, to the Germans, to the Nordics. Oh, there's my friend there, look. That's up in Scotland. With a nice man protecting a girl from a tribe of a paedophile ring of female witches who were raping her, a girl called Holly Gregg. My ancestors drove the witches up to Scotland. There's my beautiful little daughter that they stole from me for no good reason. And this is another thing. If you never read the Old Testament, you'd never know that God hears the broken hearts. So how many broken hearts have the government when they went from pro-testament to being a company broken when they steal children from fathers on the whims of owl whores? Owls in the Bible means